yellow to this mix. And then the last dimension of color that I'm going to be, I'm adding a little bit of water to get this, again, I want this to move really well. So I want this to go a little bit duller still. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. Again, when I'm adding this little bit of yellow, you can see it's just a little bit that I'm adding. I'm trying to make sure that I get a little more than what I think I'm going to need for this too before I start blocking this in. So here we go, we're adding this. I want to see where I'm at with this right now, so I'm going to add a little bit of white to this. So with the white, and again, I'm just adding a little bit. So what this does now, I'm changing the value. So I'm changing how light or how dark this color is. I'm just getting that in there. I'm going to add a little bit more to this because it's looking pretty good, but I still have ways to go. So I'm adding just little tiny bits of white to this to get to where I want to be. So I started this purple off with magenta first because I saw that it was a reddish purple. When I start blocking in the other part, that is the other purple item is, and the reason I chose it is the glass purplish vase. And the reason I chose that vase was because it was a bluish, you could say it's bluish purple. You could go in a lot of different directions with that, but it's basically a bluish purple. This is getting, unfortunately, got the weird light here, so you can't see it that well, but it's looking pretty close. And I know it's going to dry darker, so I'm going to go a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to go a little bit lighter than what I think it might be. So I'm going to continue adding little bits of white and really mixing this through before I go to block this in. So that's the next step that I'm going to do, is I'm going to block in this background. I'm going to block this in, and again, I want to make sure my paint is moving really nice. So I'm going to add some more water to that. And this is looking pretty good. I'm going to add just a touch more cyan or primary blue to this. It's still a little bit on the red side. So mix that in there. There we go. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm actually putting a little bit on here as well on my canvas to take a look at it. And that's looking pretty good. Again, you know, I think I can add a little bit, just a little bit more cyan to this mix. Just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to block it in. So I'm going to apply it. There we go. And I think I might even go a little bit, even a touch lighter than what I've got. Okay, so this is looking, yeah, this is looking good. So I'm going to block this in, and then I'm going to get back to you guys. So I'm going to take a break. So this is the end of part 3, and I'll be back in just a little bit.